so much for joining us. This is 𝐶𝐫𝐨𝐽𝐽 of Buchanan City, Greenbasso County. I'm coming to you live from the Central Buchanan area, the road that leads to Upper Buchanan, where the Buchanan Central Prison is situated. Today, you see citizens, they are celebrating, jubilating as prayer warrior Mother Doe finally departs the Buchanan Central Prison. She has been placed on top of a pickup where people are celebrating her departure from the Buchanan Central Prison. Whatever you're watching from, share the broadcast. My name is Dara Zoe, and I'm here to bring you happiness from where we are. You see the celebration ongoing. You can see the happiness within the citizens. And Mother Doe is there on top of the pickup, trying to talk to some media people. And as you can see, keep watching, share the broadcast as we take you through this event. So you see Mother Doe, they're celebrating with the citizens here upon her departure from the Buchanan Central Prison after the ruling from the Supreme Court setting her free after she was sentenced to jail for 20 years, and that has been turned around. She was accused of killing Joseph Blama, who went to her for prayer, and he went missing, and she was accused of murder and other crimes. And today, following the ruling of the Supreme Court on yesterday, she has been set free. So you see the celebration here ongoing. From this area, there are a lot of people that are also along the road waiting for the crowd. They are also in a jubilant mood, celebrating the departure of prayer warrior Mother Doe, who is leaving the Buchanan Central Prison. Share the broadcast, drop different comments as you see Mother Martha Doe there on top of the pickup, holding a Bible and an apple in her hands. They're celebrating with the citizens who have come to also show their concerns after they have been worried for a very long time about being sentenced to 20 years in prison, being accused of killing Joseph Blama, who went to her for her and he went missing at her place. So because of that, she was sentenced for 20 years imprisonment, and she was at the Buchanan Central Prison following the ruling on yesterday for the Supreme Court of Liberia. That has been turned around, and today she's set free. Citizens are jubilating. Citizens are jubilating for where we are. Share the broadcast. 𝐵𝐺𝐻 Television. 𝐷𝐻𝐻 is here with you, breaking this live podcast. So this is a very huge celebration yet. A very huge celebration. We are still around the Central Buchanan area, Central Buchanan, there where we are moving towards Buchanan City itself. We're still moving, trying to get on the main road. There are a lot of people who are also along the road waiting for this jubilant crowd coming up with Prayer Warrior Martha Doe departing the Buchanan Central Prison finally on today after she was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and that has been turned around. That was a high-profile case that she was charged for murder. Today, people are celebrating, as you can see, and you can see way there. So people are saying she's serving a living God. She's been doing this work for a very long time and praying for people in and out of Liberia. So people are celebrating. People are celebrating. is finally out of the Buchanan prison compound. She's being escorted by jubilant crowd. We are currently on 𝐂𝐫𝐴 Street, but the weather is now becoming unfavorable for us. The weather is now becoming unfavorable for us, and they try to put to what we are doing, but we're hoping to get a better weather to bring you full coverage of what is happening here in Buchanan City today. An unexpected happenings. People are jubilating for our uncle. People are all along the road. Mother Doe, prayer warrior, who's been doing this for a very long time. She was sentenced to 20 years in prison. That has been turned around following yesterday decision from the Supreme Court of Liberia. And she's finally out. Family members are taking away her materials from the prison, and on today she's finally departing the prison compound, being escorted by a jubilant crowd here.
Then they free them on the party of solidarity. Who cares somebody? Don't get proof for yourself.
He said, what happened, my brother?
Somebody killed somebody.
Who the president killed somebody?
There was no accusation. There was no proper understanding that make sure what happened.
How sure are you there was no proper understanding?
The accusation was wrong.
How do you look at the court decision?
The court decision was very abnormal. It was not proper justice.
Why you think so?
Yeah, why I think so? It was proofy, and the person was sentenced. How they get off? They were sentenced. Why they get off? How they get off?
So you think the court was wrong to do so?
The court decision was not perfect.
Okay.
The court decision was not perfect.
What's the name?
We say we are Desmond Junior.
So you're not happy with the decision of the Supreme Court?
The court was wrong.
So do you see that as injustice?
With tobacco.
Okay.
Tobacco you see a lot. You see a lot. But the issue was actually get there, and there was some proof that called for the sentence.
Okay.
How? Wow.
Okay, we said.
Question. How? Wow.
Okay, we said thank you so much. So we said is now questioning the decision of the Supreme Court, saying people should not celebrate somebody who committed murder, killing somebody, though he did not provide substantial evidence to support his claims, but he's actually against the decision from the Supreme Court of Liberia. But however, Mother Doe is out. As you can see, she's jubilating on top of the pickle. She's actually jubilating. She's actually jubilating. So like I said to you, the weather is now becoming unfavorable for us. We are in the winter season, just trying to jeopardize what we are doing here. But there are a lot of people who still joining this group for where we are. People coming from the different communities where we are passing through. They have joined to celebrate with Mother Doe being free today. You can see the smile on their faces, singing different traditional gospel songs. Telling God, thank you for making Mother Doe to come out. She's a prayer warrior. So you see, old folks, young girls, young boys, men, women, they are all here celebrating. But we are on our deployable road, so we are just taking it easy. But you can see Mother Doe, they're actually celebrating with a Bible and an apple in her hand. So traffic has been caused on this road. There is a huge traffic here now, so no ordinary motorcycle will pass here. This motorcycle here transporting a passenger has been stopped to this spot here. So that shows that the people are really happy seeing their prayer warrior coming out from prison today. So many people want to say welcome back to Abuja all our television. Apologize for the big thing. It was due to a little technical problem because we experienced a little bit of rain, and that caused a little problem. Albeit we are back to bring you happiness for where we are. We are still on 𝐂𝐫𝐶 where the jubilant crowd are escorting Mother Doe from the Buchanan Central Prison in a jubilant mood. Whatever you watch for share the broadcast, drop your different comments as we move through to enter the principal street of Buchanan. And as the crowd move through, the community people are joining. They are also celebrating the departure of prayer warrior Mother Doe from the Buchanan Central Prison. So keep watching, men, women, boys, girls, old folks, they are all here in attendance, celebrating. They are all celebrating, singing traditional songs of praises to God. Some are saying that the God she serves is a living God. So they are celebrating from all angles, and there are other people who are lonely. They are lonely also celebrating along with them. And as you can see, Mother Doe, she's just right on top of me now, also celebrating with her Bible and her apple in her hand. Also waiting to them as well. So she's actually saying she's not a killer, but rather a prayer warrior. Because of what she's engaged into, that's why she's free today, that's why she's saying. You can see the Bible there in her hands. And I've also seen her apple. I don't know what that stands for, but I've also seen her with an apple. And you can see the smile on the faces of citizens who have come to escort Mother Doe. We are on the 𝐂𝐫𝐶 Street. in front of the Liberian Government Hospital, the Pune Referral Hospital here in Ghana. Is there where we are posted getting towards the principal street of Buchanan. So we're still on Kidney Street, along with the jubilant crowd. 𝐾𝐬𝐜 broadcast. My name is 𝐷𝐻𝐿, bringing you happiness from where we are. So people are celebrating. They are bring about a huge celebration here in Buchanan City. See Mother Doe, who was sentenced for 20 years, coming out today. That decision, which was turned around in the Supreme Court of Liberia, ruling on yesterday. You see, people are celebrating, though many people have questioned the decision from the Supreme Court of Liberia, setting Mother Doe free after she was accused of murder and kidnapping. After a man identified as Joseph Blama went to her prayer center, asking for prayer, and disappeared allegedly. And she was accused of carrying on the act, and because of that, after a ruling from the Second Judicial Circuit Court of 𝒁𝑶𝑹𝑀 County, she was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment after a unanimous verdict, guilty verdict brought down on her. That decision, after serving 3 years in prison, after serving some time in prison, she's out today. So people are actually celebrating her departure from the Buchanan Central Prison. So there's a cause news on the table seat. So the people are celebrating, singing traditional songs of praises to God for setting Mother Doe free. So the incident is said to have happened on September 26, 2023, where a man identified as Joseph Blama went to her seeking for prayer after he disclosed that he has a spiritual problem and he needed prayer. And through the process, he allegedly disappeared from the strand of Mother Doe, where she always offered prayers for people. She was accused after she was sent to court following the unanimous 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝑺 being brought down on her at the Second Judicial Circuit Court of 𝐵𝐼𝑺 County. She was sentenced to jail for 20 years. But on yesterday, it was a surprising one for the people of Liberia after the Supreme Court came out with a decision to set her free, saying that the case needed more investigation, casting the both sides, people who needed to defend their side against Mother Doe, they were not. So the Supreme Court came out with a decision to set Mother Doe free. So because of that, people here in Great Bassa are celebrating her. They are celebrating. Some are saying that she's actually self-living, or if not, she could have been out today. We spoke with a guy who kept saying that this is the decision from the Supreme Court of Liberia is wrong, arguing that people are celebrating somebody who went to jail for killing another person, and people are celebrating her. That was a sad one, and he expressed frustration on that. And today, other people are celebrating. So that's the views of people from where we are. But what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Drop your comments in the comment section. Drop your comments in the comment section. She's there on top of the pickup. She's on top of the pickup. Our material to give you the broadcast. Keep watching. I'm Legion all our television direct. So we promise to join you at a different location as we said to recharge our gadget to rejoin you. Thank you.
When Papa Bletoni, nothing you get down near the window. Yeah, nothing you get down near the window. When one of us why you get done, you near your bank. Cannot to work about almost $50. Among them, among them, nobody not to was
Wonderful evening. Let me say good evening, folks, and welcome to the program, the Grand Basketball One. It is a 1 full hour radio program that comes on Monday to Friday, beginning at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And this is where we discuss relevant issues as relates to our development in the Grand Bassa County and Liberia at large. My name is Elijah 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝑺. I want to welcome all of you to the program, the Grand Bassa One. And many thanks for those of you following us on our online platform. We say thank you ever so much, and we deeply apologize for the internet system. Yeah, since yesterday we've been struggling to get online, but glory be to God Almighty that the network system is good for us, and we can be streamed live from our television room. Yeah. So following us, let me say good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of you following us on our online television. And good evening to our people vetting district number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, and 5. Let me say good evening. All of you, welcome to the Grand Basketball One. We have a very interesting topic today, and I want us to look at this topic so that we can give our own clue as it relates to what's unfolding yet in Grand Bassa County. Welcome, and let's have a wonderful, wonderful time. And for those of you watching us via phone, you are seeing our topic. And this is a breaking news in Grand Bassa County. This is a breaking news here in Grand Bassa County. Supreme Court of Liberia orders release of prayer warrior Mother Doe following previous 20-year sentence. The Supreme Court of Liberia has ordered the release of prayer warrior Mother Doe following previous 20 years in prison. And I believe the TV posted this on her official platform, and we broke the news today. So in a dramatic turn of events, the Supreme Court has ordered the release of 65-year-old Mother Doe, previously sentenced to 20 years in prison for the murder of Joseph Blama. And the Supreme Court's ruling overturns the previous decision by the Second Judicial Circuit Court here in Grand Bassa County. Doe, known for her role as a prayer warrior, has been convicted on September 26, 2022, following a trial that concluded with a unanimous guilty verdict on charges of murder and kidnapping. The court has sentenced her on subsections 14.1 and 14.50 of the penal code, which dictates that detect a 20-year imprisonment for such crimes. Following the conviction, Doe was taken to Buchanan Central Prison to commence her sentence. And however, her defense, Anthony G. McDiakuto, filed an appeal challenging the trial court's decision. The appeal was subsequently reviewed by the Supreme Court of Liberia, and which has now overturned the lower court's ruling. The Supreme Court's decision marks a significant reversal in the high-profile case, raising questions about the judiciary process and the potential implications for similar cases in the future. The exact reasons for the Supreme Court's decision have not yet been disclosed, but the ruling has generated considerable attention and debate within the legal community. The case, which initially gained widespread media coverage, will now shift focus as legal experts and the public await further details on the Supreme Court's finding and the potential ramifications for all parties involved. September 26, 2022, we went Upper Buchanan to follow the case about Mother Doe. When Joseph Blama, who came from Monrovia, and he came here in Buchanan City for prayer, and where he met with some people. In fact, he learned about this lady called Mother Doe, who is always in the constant habit of praying for people, and so that they can live from certain trials and temptation. Pray for people so that good things can come on their way. Pray for people, pray for this county, so that Grand Bassa County can be one of the counties in Liberia when it comes to issue about development or progress. Mother Doe well knew in this county as one of the prayer warriors. When the late Joseph Blama left from Monrovia, he drove. Yet the Buchanan City went on the fairground where she had her place. Went there, met with prayer warrior Mother Doe, and where in fact they already told him that right now we are praying and we have our area to St. John. So all of my groups or all those that are part of this prayer team, we all will assemble to St. John for us to pray. At the time, we had the checkpoint right after St. John Bridge. When Joseph Blama went there for him to also join the women, also join the men to pray because of certain problems he went there for, so that God could answer his prayer. A mysterious thing happened on that day where, in fact, after praying, where everyone was sleeping, but mistakenly or mysteriously, there was a sound, unwanted sound, where in fact it gave the people the ability to check around. Later, Joseph Blama was not, he was missing the money group when that unwanted sound broke up in the area. When the people tried checking around, they couldn't find Joseph Blama on the list. Where in fact they decided to inform the city mayor, Mayor Brooks, about the situation. And then they tried to do all they can, but unfortunately, after they searched around, unfortunately, they saw the corpse of Joseph Blama into the St. John River, stuck on the tree, a tree that right side of the water and has some branches on top of St. John River. So this time around, the family of Joseph Blama filed in a complaint, and they followed the case where, in fact, prayer warrior Mother Doe, she was charged with murder and kidnapping, and she was sentenced into prison for 20 years. Today, she has not, in fact, reached that amount of years. We have learned that Supreme Court of Liberia giving power to the Second Judicial Circuit Court here in Buchanan to look into the matter, giving the private back to the Second Judicial Court to decide. Today, prayer warrior Mother Doe has been released, and she was on the fairground speaking to reporters about the situation, how she felt at Upper Buchanan. Sentencing her for 20 years in prison, where in fact at her age, at the time when they placed her in prison, she was 65 years. So 65 years, when you are calculating 65 years plus 20 years in prison, meaning she will be 85 years before she can leave from prison. But now the question is it by the glory of God that today prayer warrior Mother Doe has been released from prison? Or what is it that today, after the Supreme Court sentenced her into prison for 20 years, the Second Judicial Court sentenced her for 20 years. Today, another news coming to us in Liberia that she has been released and she has not even reached that amount of years. Is it by the glory of God? Is it by her prayers, is it by another means that today she has been released? Because there were a lot of information coming up after when prayer warrior Mother Doe was sentenced. People call on the various platforms. They call and say, some people have mixed views. They said that indeed that woman will be free as long as she is a prayer warrior. She will be free.
Sure. And Elijah, sorry that I have to join you from behind the scene.
Okay.
But it's very important to join you because this is a significant discussion. I followed, the entire issue about the late Joseph Blama,
Okay.
and that of Mother Doe's issue. It will shock you to know that this prayer warrior, we have known her. I can remember from a small body. You are not even born when Mother Doe was even doing,
Okay. So you're listening to our manager Elton Tia. So he's my guest on the show. So the point is, people call on various radio stations in Buchanan City about prayer warrior Mother Doe, that her involvement into the kidnap or into the murder case of Joseph Blama, she will bear and that she has to bear the penalty.
Sure.
All call and say,
so Uriah,
definitely.
So let me just come in as I was saying.
Okay.
I'm deeply aware of this Joseph Blama situation. And this Joseph Blama man came to Mother Doe, for prayer.
Okay.
When Joseph Blama came for prayer, he went missing. After Joseph Blama went missing, there was different, reactions and misreactions that came up. People accused Mother Doe, oh, the prayer warrior killed a man. The old man is wicked. The old man did this. The old man did that. When a lifeless body of Joseph Blama was discovered, I was also there. And just to move over for fun, I remember they brought one traditional man. And let me just share the fun. I still remember it. He turned around for almost 2 hours and he said, "I'm going to bring rooster and I do one being here." Just for the fun, And I asked him, but where in the world am I bring rooster and do woman being here? So that just more the fun involved. But all in all of the time Mother Doe been in the prison. Every time I go to the prison compound as a journalist, the last time I was there, I took food and other things to the prison compound, for the prisoners. You will always see her reading her Bible. My Mother Doe will always have her Bible with her. And the last time I was here, Ninju Rembi, that's what she said. They play God, put me also. And I know about the thing. And I think the Supreme Court decision was very brilliant. You know why? When you see somebody killed, this was something that I said once, I recall on the radio, and people said I was trying to be biased. But those that accused Mother Doe of killing could not also provide,
sufficient information,
sufficient, evidence or a particular material or tool to prove that Mother Doe killed, this man called Joseph Blama, right? So they could not prove that. And what happened when the decision was made and the appeal was filed to the Supreme Court? And gratefully, I'm one of those who wrote the article about that. Following the time they had Mother Doe in jail, other revelations started coming up. And then they started accusing the family. They started accusing the wife. I got all of the photos right here, and I'm trying to just put them on the screen at the center while I'm not even a camera, right? And other people started accusing, the wife of being the one that killed Joseph Blama. Other people accused the former city mayor of St. John, James Emmanuel Brooks. And that was just, a whole situation in our county. But gratefully today, this is the Joseph Blama. For those of you watching us and you want to see Joseph Blama, I'm trying to put him right on the screen so that you can be able to see him with some of the different issues, I'm trying to put, So this is Joseph Blama right here. And his wife was even linked to Joseph Blama getting missing. She said she was talking with her husband throughout that night until the man got missing. Those were all different statements that came up as a result of Joseph Blama's death. Joseph Blama, a very huge man. How with this 65-year-old woman? Because remember, when Mother Doe went to jail, she was 65. So they, and from 65, let's say from 2022 to 2020, now 2024, probably she's the fastest. She should be around 67 years right now. So she was 65 when she was sentenced. How can a 65-year-old woman grab this big man and from the area? Except there should be some connection. And the court did not see exactly the material used to have, killed this particular individual. There was no substantial fact. And those of you watching us, you will see Mother Doe there when the police were trying to take her to the jail. And you also got a video here where you will see her family rolling on the ground. They were crying only because they fell within themselves. But Mother Doe looked in the eyes of one of her daughters. I can recall. You know what she said? She used the buzzer. The poem pie pom. That was the buzzer. God will put me osa. I did not do it. And we had that video there. And the other day she said she didn't do it. And every time we go to the cell, we always see her with a Bible. And she said, I did not do it. So in my mind, Mother Doe being set free today as a prayer warrior, all on God. I know others might see it from a political perspective to say, oh, maybe the Unity Party gone, but there's a reality. A clear reality is that she was released because God was involved. She was not released because she's a human. It's because God was involved. Obviously, nobody's saying that Joseph Blama death, was something that made anybody happy. Because the man died mysteriously. A man who are going for prayer. The one thing they held Mother Doe for was the man came for prayer to Fairground, and she relocated him to St. John. And she got an area to St. John. But, and according to what she said, they were having their prayer because they wanted to have silent prayer. And there were people in the area. Why only this man got missing? There where it came from. But now she's being freed. I don't know, but we got to hear from the audience.
So we have to listen to the audience. So what do you make up her release from the Second Judicial Circuit Court, where in fact releasing her from prison after she has been sentenced for 20 years in prison? And today we have listened to another news coming up that indeed she has been released, and at least she can go back to her family and also to see her best to live a happy life with her family. So it's a wonderful news. But what do you make of this information coming up? Is it by her prayers that today she has been released from prison, or what is it that today prayer warrior Mother Doe, who was sentenced in prison for 20 years, today the Second Judicial Circuit Court, the Supreme Court gave a mandate to the Second Judicial Court to release her? Is it something that worth more information? We have to, let's say, ask some question, or to also embrace the idea. What is happening? Is it about prayers? Because a lot of people, if they have mixed views about this information, that indeed she could not other people, and when they killed this individual in St. John River. Oh yes, Mother Doe will be released as long as she's a prayer warrior, and then as long as she's praying every day, one day that woman will be released. Today she has been released. Is it by the grace of God? Because there were mixed views in Buchanan City in Grand Bassa County about this situation.
Sure.
That today, in fact, people even went as far as saying prayer warrior Mother Doe is in the matter or in the situation about this Joseph Blama man. Why she took the man from Fairground, carried him to St. John City to have prayer there? Why is it that she couldn't pray along with the man? We're in Buchanan City.
And let me tell you, Elijah, some of the very people who are the pastors, they could not stand by there. You know, even the pastor themselves, they ain't trusting themselves these days. When I said, they say, oh, Elton, you can just tell like that. But I'm a kind of person, I know how to just have my own thing. Even pastors says not trust their colleague pastor. I think even in the pastoral world, there is jealousy, there is envy, into it. In the pastoral game, there are people who just envy their colleagues. I can brilliantly say they were out fear and of favor. The reason is the issue about Mother Martha Doe is a clear testament to show that there was jealousy. When last you saw the pastoral groups really gearing up, doing those different issues? One in a while you see few pastors, that were close to Mother Martha Doe were the ones that were actually still, advocating for her and still had that confidence that Mother Martha Doe, did not do that. But unfortunately, some of those that were actually men of God, they could not still believe. That's why you did not see a single press statement from any of them, as it relates to the issue about Martha Doe. And that's why we need to trust each other in this country when we are in a particular field. That's why we need to be, fair with each other. But from what I noticed is that there was no trust. But Elijah, you can just take the calls now.
Okay, so you can call us on 0881-166-731, 0775734774, 0881-166-731, 0775734774. What do you make of this decision from the Supreme Court of Liberia? What do you make of the decision? It's about prayer. It's just about different means. Because right here in Grand Bassa County, the information that came up, we have mixed views about this one Joseph Blama. Okay, let's do that person. Good evening, welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, my name is 𝒁𝑶𝑹𝒀𝑬𝑨. Calling you from Fort Smith in John River City.
Okay, welcome, Chief. Let's talk.
Yeah, I really believe that it is God who released Mother Doe because she was really innocent of what occurred. Yeah.
But there
God, all the glory belongs to God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So meaning it is not a political will, but it was by the will of God.
Yes. It's God who intervened because she was innocent.
But there were mixed views about this situation where, in fact, people tried dragging her into the death of Joseph Blama, and which, of course, it led her to her being sentenced for 20 years. And today we are listening to a news that coming up that indeed she has been released.
Yeah. For me, I received that news with happiness. No one is happy for the death of the dear brother at the time.
Okay.
But who is actually responsible is God who will judge that person. But that Mother Doe was in prison. We, the people of St. John River City, were not really satisfied with what went on. We were quite sure that in our minds that she was not the doer of the act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Thank you. We really appreciate you.
Thank you all so much.
Okay, you can do the same by calling us on 0881-166-731, 0775734774, 0881-166-731, 0775734774. Is it a political will? Okay, let's take that person. Is it a political will, or it is by the grace of God that they, prayer warrior Mother Doe? Let's take that person. Good evening. Oh my gosh. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Thank you very much. My name is 𝐶𝐸𝐹 I join you on Top Notch this evening.
Okay, welcome, my brother. Let's talk.
Let me firstly say thank you for the show this evening. But you see, I think Mother Doe and the former Chief Justice released them based on political issue.
Okay.
Because I know Mother Doe, a strong supporter of Senator 𝒂𝐫𝐸𝐿, who is a protest.
Okay.
And the former Chief Justice, who happens to be a member of the Unity Party.
Okay.
And today, they are in government. They are in power. They are the government here now. So I think they are then free on political will.
Okay.
But it's not on a legal basis, they are then free. I think justice are then tempered with. So thank you very much.
So hello, are you still there? Okay. Another person. Good evening. Good evening. All right, 0881-166-731, 0775-734774. Good evening. What's the name?
Hello?
Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, good evening. This is Pastor Flangia on Black A.
Okay, Pastor, welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, my brother, I am grateful to God. They say that Mother Doe is free. Whether it is a political will or whosoever God used, he talked to you whosoever he used to confirm his word.
Okay.
If Mother Doe has been part and parcel of that, the God that brought us on the face, that created us on the face of the earth, I strongly believe that he was not going to use a person, or we're not going to use the justice system to vindicate her. At the end, whosoever that did that act, God is going to judge them.
Okay.
The brother just spoke from Fort Bay, who are from the St. John River District, and saying that we, the people of St. John, where the thing happened, we are not being happy with the judgment of Senator Mother Doe.
Okay.
I mean, to prison for 20 years. So they from that end where the incident occurred, they were satisfied. But we all are grateful to God that today she's out. God vindicated her, and whosoever that has seen our brother to that death, God is going to judge them, and they're going to pay for it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Hello, I'm 𝐶𝐸𝐻 Nimle.
Okay, Mr. Nimle, welcome. Let's talk.
I call him from Central Buchanan.
Okay, welcome.
My brother, there is no single unpunished in the world. You can be a pastor, you can be a prayer warrior. When you depending on something, no single unpunished.
Okay.
I listened to the story when Mother Doe took a prayer warrior here to court. He accused Mother Doe. Mother Doe, daughter's son died. And the guy said, why took that guy to court? The guy said, the person that behind her son death is your mother. What the prayer warrior thing she doing, she have a dragon behind it. Now why carry your daughter? You have followed that case. The Mother Doe took that boy to court. And I got suffer it because there was no proof.
Okay.
Today, in a community, it passed over 10 years. I never seen a prayer warrior for a hard work on a fire. He said she cannot take out dragon. That water, that all pour. And Mother Doe pour her hand, that is the money. That is the money rent a new barrier. After Buchanan Modern School, obvious. You see, these people there, it is political will. Senator, you free in that case the far round when we were here. She escaped from that case again because she couldn't see on Trabagon face. But today she come in power as a protest. So she used her influence. The United Party want to free all the people in the former Wuchi Joseph free too. We know. Whether United Party right now.
So you are saying that it's a political will, right?
It's a political decision.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. 0881-166-731. Another person. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, we lost that person. Good evening. Okay, 0881-166-731. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. What's up? Welcome. What's your name?
My name is from 𝒁𝑶𝑹𝑀𝑒𝑑𝑖𝑐.
Okay, let's talk, please.
Yeah. Whether it's political will, in not political will, when God is not agree with anything can happen.
Okay.
So it's a God will. So when somebody say, oh, they want to do so long as God is not agree with anything, my brother, somebody force it it can't be. Except God himself agree with it. Because the Bible said it. When God is not agree with anything, my brother, nothing can happen to you. When God said today, that's today. When God said it has to be, it has to be. So that was no time for the free. That God will, my brother, and not no political will. Of course, political we can be, but when God is not with the political people, they can't do it. So it's God will.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name? All right. 0881-16673-10775 734774. Good evening. What's the name? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's the name? My brother, welcome. Let's talk.
Yes, sir. The issue that's going on concerning the Mother Doe issue, I have no problem to say about it. But then that is friends. The crime committed, which that problem is innocent to say that. Other people committed that crime. A Mother Doe is released concerning the bill of executive order or the court that can not do her. When people calling, one will release the woman to other things.
But a lot of people say it's a political decision.
No political division. The issue is the woman. The reason why the woman was in there, she was a deceiver. Innocent to say, she never provides security for the men that were in that were missing. The major with the team both men were released. That was it. Why you think they release the woman sooner? That God told the woman there. God knows the reason why the government have the opportunity to redeem Mother Doe today. So I tell God thinking that Mother Doe is redeemed today.
Okay. Thank you. Another person.
We know the situation always like to bring politics in the issue. But the government they happy when we're back to carry hundred to bring people out. That time I get here releasing. So if the government didn't necessarily to release the woman up here, she can be released.
Okay.
So I tell God thinking that they believe Mother Doe today.
Thank you.
For correction, she was not released on bail. She was released in line with the law that there is no proof to show or there was no substantial evidence to have her sentenced for 20 years.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes, so the Supreme Court made that decision because they have said that there was no substantial proof. You know, no real evidence. If they use to kill a man, they use rope or they use what? Nothing to show.
They cannot provide all the materials in the court. Okay. Thank you. Another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Quickly, let's talk.
So the thing that happened of him being lost even from Mother Doe or prep, another first time, it been happening. But sometimes when God wants to reveal you, he can reveal you in any kind of way. But you will see, and she has come back. God will bring her back to the spotlight. She has not dealing with God. I can tell anybody when you want to go, you are probably the God you depend on. Now, see that when you're back on, even certain she's going to pray, you have to door open for all. She's open in the prison compound. You have to door open.
You now see that one working in the age. You able to pray for door to open to you?
It been happening. The people who thought that God believe.
Hello, my brother. You
can tell the mountain will move. The mountain will move. You can irritate.
But you think, listen. When you say you pray for mountain to move, it works through different ways. They say when you pray for mountain to move, it means mountain will just jump on it and move. Part of Mother Doe's mountain is what you saying. It could be removed through the judicial means. It could be removed through, executive clemency. So she went through a judicial process. She had been released. Don't you think that got mountain remover? Or you wanna?
Not a mountain removal. It's just spent all the years in Upper Buchanan. I think when she's going to pray, let it all be open.
Okay, my brother. Thank you.
And the people are going to see the power of my house. They might not be able to
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We value your point. Okay. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, Yeah, my name we said to go call it.
Okay, let's talk.
Yeah, my brother. You know the issue with Mother Doe issue. You know, we the Bantu people, I don't know that everything will put in the side. They call who from the ruling. They almost say if they far east appeal. And they charge for that genuine.
Okay.
As we all know, they almost say if they far east appeal. And the Supreme Court came out with a ruling that they were more. The ruling they came out with only more. They were not no SLA. So the one people must say is the political way they did that. So they wanted them only to die in jail. One bad, so we are cruel people. Why we are cruel? The government who has the power over every living being and say the woman is really because there is sufficient evidence and put they won't care about it. People can call it, oh, it was political way, it was this, it was that, they were the money. What is the weekend that is? I said, wicked as
wicked. So you are saying now it was by the grace of God that today she has been released. Okay, let's take another person. Good evening, welcome. What's the name?
Yes, sir. This is Pastor Flanga again.
Okay, Mr. Flama, welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, the one thing that God reminds us of is, he said, man, your thoughts are not my thoughts, your ways are not my ways. The brother that just came from the air, I'm going to just remind him that he has something against that woman to the court. But the court has vindicated this woman. So I don't think he will be coming on the air and say, oh, the woman there, we'll soon see. What will we see? You are very evil for another person. God has vindicated the woman. The law came to pass, and the law has vindicated her. So why will he come back on the radio and start to pursue that the woman is this, the woman is that? And let me happen to know. Let you understand this. He's not God the way he thinks that our God thinks about Mother Doe. God has his own thinking about Mother Doe. So if God vindicated today by the law takes its course, and we believe that God vindicated her from that way. I mean, at the end, everybody will take judgment. So that is something in the radio and stuff. Putin, we're still see this, we're not coming back, and that's the first time happening. I don't know. He must not take sentiment to the radio. And keep the sentiment and let God do his own work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Another person, good evening, welcome. What's her name?
Hello.
Good evening, welcome. What's her name?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Welcome. What's her name?
Yeah, I'm able to from New Beginning.
Okay, my brother, welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, John. All the people are calling their people. Don't know even how God works. If you go work from heaven, God can work too human beings. Because all the wicked deeds the people been doing, the one they don't want free today, because you are faithful. That's the reason. So they told me, God can work that human being can work for full be free. That God can work because of God intervention. That's the reason they want what. That's the reason you're free today. Because God been working on our behalf. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Another person, good evening, welcome. What's her name?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, what's her name?
My name is Martha Doe. I'm calling from 𝐿𝐴 community.
My sister, welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, my brother, we tell the Mother God, thank you to show the God and Mother Doe self he's alive and he knows everything. He is a way maker. Because our prayer was if that Mother Doe doing, she should be in the jail, but it's now doing that God and Mother open way that Mother Doe get us. All those are calling, talking negative things. God will punish them for that talk.
Okay, thank you. It's interesting tonight. All right, good evening, welcome. What's your name?
Hey, good evening, I'm Papi Ines.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Ines. Let's talk.
Thank you. It's the same God that freed the Justice Minister from imprisonment, and the same God that freed Mother Doe. We are saying we are praying the people, and we are seeing the spotlight. Discussing what is happening into this government. that left the land before the court call. He said,
Go ahead.
he said it plain blank. I think in that same case, as the guy was saying, that they were almost accusing Senator Yombly in that case. If the people follow the case. But it is good. Because I think I see God, I feel former teacher say, I think God or grow musical serving. In that political will. We know, we all are Liberia, we know what happening in this country. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. 0881-16673. One other person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, we said to go tell us second.
Let's talk.
To the program Muslim star you're talking about, you know how many people were jubilating? You know how many people were celebrating that woman today? Yes, on the social media. But because they tell they are wicked, that woman of God, the God that was set before you, that family, they are wicked. They put it in their head of the body is shaking. The doctor was that call I feel Muslim star. Then they said they would not have it.
Thank you, Wizard. Thank you. Thank you for your brilliant idea. Thank you so much. We have to take another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name? Kids. Another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. What's the name? I'm not getting you clear. Please try to shake up a little bit. Okay, Amma, welcome.
Okay, thank you. You know, I listen to all color, but the one they are saying is a political. I think the jury over them for political during the past government. Because if they say that political, because he can't send somebody like evidence. So people are doing the ruling between the two people, no country evidence they get. What are the person, kill the person, or person return for the person? Then when the people do the ruling, you say the protocol, you say because the government, I mean, you have one government passed, they kill the people there for the protocol reason. Because no evidence. They kill the people, they send them for 20 years. Yeah. So thank you, David.
Thank you.
For the show, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, hello?
Hello. Welcome. What's the name?
Yeah, this is Jirasun Israel calling from Compound Community.
Mr. Reese, welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, I just want to thank the Almighty God for freeing Mother Doe from that trouble. You know, anything that you do, and God said you not do it, He always free from it. That one said, I think the kind of care her to jail. Well, son said, man, I don't want for you to go. The only thing because I was dead, I think she said, my son, leave me, let the people carry me. If I do it, I will remain in jail and there die. If I don't do it, God will free me one day, and God free her today. Some of the court of call one brother who left the land. He said that another woman person. I want for him to say it on radio. Whenever this Mother Doe prayer was established in Buchanan, how much person has ever been missing for that one prayer being? Yeah, he come up and say it. But they who say it, God will punish them. Because they don't know that woman what kind of prayer that she been praying for people. God can put, and she can't second that people get better from a prayer being.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. We have limited time. Let's take at least 2 more calls and wrap up. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name? Good evening.
Yeah, the 32nd Papi Ines. I heard a guy call me and say, I'm worshiping idols. I don't understand that guy who's speaking. But you know the best people that know the Bible, the best person that know the Bible is the devil. Because the devil came to steal, to kill, and to rape people. So they will quote many scriptures.
Go to the point, please. Please go to the point, please.
The point here is that the devil can quote the scripture. The people do not really know the Bible.
Okay.
And the devil knows the Bible. So the guys who just call me and say, I think he's a devil.
Hello. We are not here for that. Okay. We just gave you the chance to make your point, right? Yeah. Another person. Good evening. Welcome. What's the name?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. What's the name?
I'm D. Otis Giga.
Calling from where?
Calling from New Buchanan to be more specific.
My brother, welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, my brother, I want to be grateful to God for our dear mother release. But one thing I want to say is our normal way of doing things. If you were to visit the Liberian government hospital, the doctors would be doing surgery, operation, C-section, and people will be going. But when one person dies, as what a God, when I call that person, he will go all around, say they put the kidney out of the Liberian government, not easy. But those one that are going free and God blessing them, they will never talk about him. Nobody is a judge. Even be it political will, be what? When God says no, no man can say yes.
Okay.
It is God who want to free our mother today. So we want to be grateful to him. And we say thank you to God Almighty.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We have to go now. We are not taking any calls. Thank you ever so much for joining us today on the program, the Grand Basel We Won. Okay, so join me tomorrow evening. I'll be able to bring you another edition of the program, the Grand Basel We Won. And the Basel language program will also continue on this topic. We have on a discussion the release of prayer warrior Mother Doe from 20 years imprisonment. Okay, so to have a wonderful time. Many thanks to our CEO Elton Woodemiti, who joined me on the broadcast to say we're going to discuss the issue about the release of a prayer warrior Mother Doe from prison today. So many thanks to him. He also sat at control and coordinate this entire presentation. So it's a wonderful time. Bye bye.